Hi sweeties, how are you doing? Welcome to Naya Sim. If this is your first time of coming across this channel, sweetheart, kindly smash that subscribe button, turn on the notification so you get notified each time I upload, and please give this video a thumb up. I appreciate you all so much, and I am saying a very big shout out to every one of you for all the love, support you all give me here. I am truly grateful. Thank you all so much. So today we'll be checking out this video. It is Dixon White calling up all the Latinos, the Cubans, Hispanics, all the people that voted for Ron DeSantis. I mean, like everything that is going on in Florida. You know, he said it happened when you buy into white supremacists, you F yourself up and down. And as you all can see, they already effed up, right? And they are being anti-black, right? And he is calling all of them out. I mean, you all saw what was going on, how they are being anti-black, and you all went ahead, voted for them, and right now, they already shot you all in the leg and in the hair, and you all are calling black people, the same people that you are anti-black. I mean, you are calling them to come help you out, fight the fight. I mean, how are they supposed to fight your fight? It is your problem, right? So go sort it out. You all said that it is in your culture to be, not to protest, not to do anything, not to speak up. Then why are you all calling black people to come speak up? I mean, you see this video is everything you absolutely want to see today. And I want to say a very big shout out to Dixon White for always coming out to speak the truth and nothing but the truth, because, like, you know, he said it as it is. And he actually said these are the percentage of people that voted for him. And you all are suffering from what you all did, and you all are busy calling black people. What are black people supposed to do for you? You know what? Stay close to the screen. I am going to roll this clip. We'll come back to talk about it, and I absolutely want to read all your comments. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. And straight up, I am rolling the clip.
What happens when you buy into white supremacy? I always said it, and I'll say it again. You fuck yourself. Look at the fucking state of Florida. State of Florida is becoming a fucking sundown town if you're not a straight white Christian male, and he's going for them too. Everybody's civil liberties and constitutional rights are being affected. Let me tell you something. You guys always say it's gerrymandering and all that shit why I got elected. No, 68% of Cubans voted for DeSantis. 58% of Puerto Ricans, 53% of all Latinos voted for DeSantis. God knows how many white, ignorant motherfuckers. You buy into white supremacy, you don't care, it's not your problem, you're a fucking idiot. It is your fucking problem. White supremacy affects everybody, not just black people, not just brown people, not just indigenous people, everybody. Now you elected a fucking fascist in the state of Florida. Now you got to deal with your civil liberties being violated. Now you got to deal with businesses, industries being shut down because they can't find any fucking labor. And now, magically, Latinos give a fuck. Latinos didn't give a fuck when he was anti-black with his anti-woke policy. You didn't give a fuck. Now that it's anti-immigration, now you give a fuck. Well, guess what? You got what you fucking voted for. You fucking idiots. Not all Cubans, Dixon. Not all Puerto Ricans, Dixon. Not all white people, Dixon. I know, not all, but too fucking many. The majority of your people voted for fascism. The majority of your people voted for white supremacy. That's the fucking problem. You don't care. You haven't done anything to address it. Address the fucking problem. Hold your people accountable. I'm half Cuban. I know. It's in my own fucking family. Some of them. I know what it's like in the fucking Cuban community. I've seen it in my own fucking eyes. The other half is white. God knows the white supremacy and ignorance racially that operates in my white community. Hold your people accountable so that you don't have this kind of fucking bullshit. I'm not saying Democrats aren't racist, but fuck, man. They're not going to these extremes to normalize white supremacy and to normalize fascism, pass legislation that is directly anti-immigrant, anti-gay, anti-black, and coming for every other liberty that you have. My God, people are fucking ignorant. I've always told you people, white supremacy hurts everybody. No one is free until we all are free. And there is no freedom in America until white supremacy is dismantled. Of Florida. Now you got to deal with your civil liberties being violated. Now you got to deal with businesses.
I need y'all to hear me and hear me good, because every time I say things like this, I feel like a lot of Hispanic or Latino people, they're taking offense from the messenger, because, it's a lot of anti-blackness in your community. That's just called a thing. And so when I say certain things, you hear it through the lens of that anti-blackness. Or if you are a conservative or a Republican, you hear it through that lens. But I need you guys, as a former Republican conservative myself, I need you guys to process what I'm about to say. Open your ears and listen, because I am an analyst by trade. Like, literally, I've been doing this for years. I actually do it for fun. When I was a teenager, I was doing surveys, interviews. I was processing data. I was asking the questions. This is not new to me. What they say, I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. Hear me when I say, when President Obama, and I know that's a trigger for a lot of you guys, listen. When President Obama was running against Mitt Romney, a lot of my friends' children were going to school, because I'm from Alabama, with supremacist children, and they were gloating that when Mitt Romney won, he was going to put us back in slavery. It was not even close. The election was not even close. Hear what I'm about to say next. When Trump started telling supremacists that he was going to build a wall. This is America. Like, North America is America. But he was going to build a wall to keep out illegal immigrants, but didn't say anything about the ones at the top. Or coming from the top, I should say. He won. Supremacists are okay with black people being here. They brought us here. They brought us here. They were never expected for you guys to come. I never forget when Black Panther, the first one, came out. I know that's another trigger. So hold on. Came out. I was expecting to see so many white supremacist think pieces about, well, just go back to Africa, go build your Wakanda. The only article I saw saying anything of the sort was that supremacists should go and find some land and build their own Wakanda. Trump didn't win until he started talking about building a wall. Always remember that. They don't care. They used to us. They just want us to stay on our side of the town. Us moving to their neighborhoods? No. But across the train tracks, they're fine. It's you they don't want.
Happens when you buy into white supremacy. I always said it and I'll say it again.
Please, please, please watch that video. It is literally everything I've been saying forever, but out of the mouth of that man. Like, it's literally, it's so refreshing to hear everything I've literally been saying word from word out of someone else's mouth. Because, man, is it so trippy living on this planet, being this smart, and being able to literally pinpoint it down to exactly what he said, but no one else in the country understands this. It's like living in the Twilight Zone right now. And you know what? I'm not even mad, because honestly, it's going to be well received a lot more because of, So I'm glad somebody else said it, because it's tiring being the only person seeing things this way and being like, is everybody else, drinking the Kool-Aid, or what's going on?
Under white supremacy. I always said it and I'll say it again. You fuck yourself.
Sometimes we think we're smarter than people of the past, but it's all been said before, baby. We need to hear it, but it's all been said before. Meet this handsome racist little devil, Hinton Rowan Helper. In 1850 some odd, that man wrote a book entitled The Impending Crisis of the South, which detailed how, because the South was so invested in slavery, they had made some pretty wild mistakes. That included empowering an aristocracy that was fascistic and didn't care about anybody, and refusing to invest in any public infrastructure like education or parks or factories because, oh no, the blacks might get it. And there are countless other examples, but yeah, we often say well, how could people have known better back then? People did know better back then. You should know better now.
Happens when you buy into white supremacy. I always said it and I'll say it again. You fuck yourself.
This is what happens when you mix religion / spirituality in with politics. And And people wonder why Jesus did what he did. If you are a Bible person, Jesus did what he did in the temple when he saw the people handling business inside the temple, knowing that the temple was supposed to be as of reverence for his Father. So, this is why I always tell people, gain knowledge of what you're doing inside the church as well as outside of the church as well. Because when you don't know the knowledge of what's going on and you agree to something, you fuck yourself. And once you do that, sometimes it's hard to unfuck yourself.
The majority of your people voted for white supremacy. That's the fucking problem.
Go watch that entire video. POCs, especially POCs who tend to align themselves thinking that they're white adjacent, so they align with white supremacy, thinking that their adjacency will somehow protect them, and it won't. White supremacy does not protect anyone. It doesn't protect white women. It does not protect poor white men. The only people that white supremacy protects is rich white people. And if you're not a rich white person, if you're not a rich white man and you're continuing to vote for white supremacy, hoping that it will somehow guard you and protect you, you are wrong. The only thing that you're doing is voting against your own rights and your freedoms.
And all that shit why I got elected. No, 68% of Cubans voted for...
You know this is about to be spicy. Sir, I think that you are a racist. Because the way that you keep saying, them people, you people, that group of people, it makes it seem like they are separate from you when you yourself said you're half Cuban. But check this out, because I'm all the way Cuban. It's crazy. I know. And if you look at my page, you'll see that I am very, very, very liberal. And my children are too. And we do exercise our right to vote. And you know what? We did not vote for Ron DeSantis because fuck him. Genuinely, like. But, you know, I feel like the way that your speech is, you feel separate and other from the Latino X community when you're half Cuban.
Cubans voted for DeSantis. 58% of Puerto Ricans, 53%.
Dixon gives some good stats here, but the thing I want to point out is that every single law, every single thing that is happening is anti-black, and it's always been anti-black. When we move this conversation off of the terminology around white supremacy and systemic racism, and we move it into the individual attitudes, actions, and behaviors that are anti-black, I think it's going to help people better understand how it works in their individual lives. One of the reasons that white people have such a hard time understanding systemic racism is because they don't see themselves as part of a system. White people get to operate as individuals, and they get to look at black people as some sort of, collective group. Well, that is because our society is built on anti-blackness and was built on one group, a group of black people being slaves, and a group of other people, white people, being the ones who are the enslavers. Now, of course, everybody couldn't own slaves, so the rest of those people end up being overseers who now are police or politicians, right? Or they became observers. That's all these white people and brown people and other non-black and non-white people just sitting around doing nothing. So I just want to point to the fact that when we move the conversation away from the terminology of systemic racism and white supremacy, and we move it on to helping people understand the individual actions, attitudes, and behaviors and beliefs associated with anti-blackness, then people will be able to see a way forward. Then people will have a better comprehension of how what they do and how they were raised and how they were brought up, how all of those things are anti-black. And when they can see how their individual actions contribute to benefiting from overall systems of oppression, then I believe we have a much better chance of advancing the conversation towards a way that's going to be more effective. One of the reasons that I wrote the book Dump DEI is so that we can get the conversation moved into a language that is going to be much able to be permeated through our society in a way that people can really understand what anti-blackness is. And yeah, I said understand because people need to get this knowledge internally, because understanding is taking what's fed to you and then understanding what somebody else is telling you. People need to understand how anti-blackness shows up in themselves so that then they can work on the parts of themselves that are so traumatized and unhealed that's forcing them into continuing anti-blackness.
Cubans voted for DeSantis. 58% of Puerto Ricans, 53% of all. So I'm going to need y'all to go back and watch that video because it's a mouthful. Now, nothing that he said in that video was false, okay? I am a poll worker in Essex County, New Jersey. And when I say the amount of Latinx, Hispanic people who came in to vote, low-key, you're not supposed to see the votes, but when you have to help them, it's like you can't help but see it. When I tell you the amount of them who voted Republican for everything, it was like, are you serious? Did y'all not see that Republicans is trying to kick y'all out the country?
All right, this excuse me. This is all we got from the stitches, and I am gonna start by saying, I mean, you all voted for them. I mean, you voted for him and the rest of them, and you all are anti-black, right? And you all are seeing the repercussions of what you did, and you got the nerves because, like, they all feel entitled. They all got the nerves to start calling black people to come help them out. I mean, what are they supposed to do? Because you are already anti-black, right? You don't care about them. You heard what Dixon said. He said, no one is free until everyone is free. If you think because you are Cuban, you are Latino, you are his or whatever, that it is not going to affect you right now, as you all can see, it is affecting everybody, right? When it was black people were like, doing their own thing and asking you all, come join us, let's get things done. No, you guys didn't want to hear that. But right now, you all are calling black people to to come help. I thought you all said that it's in your nature, it's in your culture to be submissive. It is in your culture not to speak up. Why are you all calling black people to come speak up? Because they are the Hitlers, right? They are the warriors. No, they are tired of being warriors. They are tired of calling other minority groups to come join them to fight the fight. Because he's been them all these years doing all the fighting and all that. And you all are down there sitting at the back and being anti-black. But now it is your turn and you all want to call them out to come help you. Sorrow prayers. This is where I'm going to draw the curtain. Thank you all so much for all the support. See you all in my next video. Bye for now.